Buying a house is an exciting journey, but it can also become overwhelming and even stressful at times. It is an experience filled with so many different emotions at every point. From when you decide to purchase a house, to finding out how much you can afford, to looking at each of the houses and making your choices. This is totally understandable though. But what is not safe is letting your emotions rule your decisions. Today, we're talking about the importance of feeling the emotions, but not letting them guide your home purchase journey. So first, let's look at some ways that your emotions can negatively impact your home purchase decision. The first one is overlooking red flags. I've taken many buyers out on multiple showings. And one thing that I've noticed is that when buyers start feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or even when they start feeling a fear of whatever it is, whether it's fear of missing out on a good property or fear of not meeting up with their timeline, I notice that they start overlooking things that are complete red flags for them, like a house that's not functional for them or a location that doesn't work with their lifestyle. It's okay to feel overwhelmed, and it's definitely okay to feel stressed during the process. One thing you don't want to do is settle for a property that's not going to work for you. Purchasing a house is not like purchasing an outfit. This is something that you will have to live with, and you really should make a choice to enjoy whatever property you purchase. It's very important to take your time in your home search, which is why most times your real estate agent will probably advise that you don't start looking when you need to move. You should start looking before that point so that you're not feeling rushed and you can avoid overwhelm and stress as much as possible. The second thing that I've seen is that buyers will tend to take on a higher budget than they anticipated or than they can even afford to adjust into a house that they like. It's okay to like a house, but it's not okay to fall in love with the house until you have purchased. You want to make sure that you are remaining objective during your home search and working within your budget. The house that you purchase should fit within your budget, within your lifestyle, and work for you. It shouldn't be something that becomes a stress once you've done the closing. The third thing I've noticed is buyers wanting to skip important steps, such as home inspection. You don't want to skip the home inspection. I would advise that you do an inspection, even if you're not going to negotiate any of the things that you find in the inspection outcome. It's best to understand what's going on with the property so that you don't get any surprises down the line, as opposed to not having done an inspection and being met with so many surprises once the closing is done. The fourth thing that I've noticed is buyers allowing their emotions to affect their negotiations. Sometimes buyers want the house and they're willing to give up everything and negotiate anything. And some buyers are so fixed on their negotiations that there's no room to allow there to be a win-win situation between them and the sellers. You want to negotiate objectively, and you want to make sure that you're negotiating in a way that both parties feel like they left the negotiating table winning. You don't want to give up everything for any property. Neither do you want to be so inflexible that it makes it difficult to make the purchase on the home. Okay, now that we've gotten the things that you shouldn't do out of the way, let's look at the things that you should focus on during the purchase. Number one is location. You want to make sure that you're choosing a home that's in a location that you will enjoy. When you're buying a property, you are not just buying the inside of the house. You are also buying the amenities and everything else around you. So make sure that you're looking out for that. The second thing that you want to focus on is functionality. Make sure that you're choosing a house that works for you, your lifestyle, and can grow with you for a few years after your purchase. I remember working with a client who was a hairstylist. She had to close down her salon location at one point, but was able to use a portion of her home to receive her clients. Her house grew with her and was able to work for her in that time where she needed the space. You'll want to make sure that you're choosing a home that will grow with you and work with you as time goes on. Now let's talk about two things that you can do to help you stay grounded during the home buying journey. The first one is making a list of non-negotiables. This list will help guide you through all of the houses that you see to understand what you need versus what you want and what you're willing to accept in a home based off of that list. The second thing that you can do to help you is hiring a real estate agent. I say this because your real estate agent has experience, has seen plenty of things that you most likely haven't seen, and they will be able to help you stay emotionally grounded throughout the process. Purchasing a home is an emotional, transitional experience. Whether it's evoking excitement for you or evoking sadness for you, you'll want to make sure that you are focused on the prize, focused on the goal, and that you don't allow your emotions to overwhelm you and control your decisions. Finding the perfect home is about finding the perfect space for you. Yes, it can get emotional, and there's a lot that can happen along the way. But you want to make sure that when the butterflies of the closing process are done, you have a space that you can call home and that you can feel at home in. For questions about how to purchase or sell a home in Colorado, contact me with the information in the description. Bye for now.